Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a comedy movie review and I'll be having a look at The Hot Chick, starring Rob Schneider. So Rob Schneider is almost kind of a bargain basement Adam Sandler. At least that's the way a lot of people think of him. Now personally I actually think he's quite a funny guy. And I have to say I probably prefer Rob Schneider films over the majority of Adam Sandler films. However, I know he isn't to everyone's taste. So, The Hot Chick. This is essentially a kind of body swap comedy, and we saw quite a lot of these in the kind of the 80s and the 90s. This one here, you've got Rob Schneider. His original character is this kind of low-life sort of criminal, and he swaps body through a kind of sort of a magical earring, ultimately, with this kind of like mean high school cheerleader type girl. And the majority of the story really takes place you know, in Rob Schneider's body, but we may not believe that obviously it's got this sort of girl's mind in it. And we see a few scenes where we have the girl's body played by Rachel McAdams with kind of Rob Schneider's sort of like low life criminal mind with you know, in her body. But to be fair, her screen time is significantly less. Now that the humour in this film, if you've seen kind of, as I say, Rob Schneider films or Adam Sandler films like Deuce Bigalow, things like that, you're going to get an idea of what it's like. This isn't going to be for everyone. It's going to be one of those divided things. It's very, very lowbrow humour. But I have to say, I actually thought it was very funny. This is probably my favourite Rob Schneider film overall, in fact. There's some really funny sort of comedy moments. Basically, the story throughout the movie is Rob Schneider playing this girl, trying to find a way to get ultimately her body sort of switched back, and she sort of finds out there's only a sort of, you know, a finite amount of time where she actually has to sort of do this, and she kind of learns some life lessons on the way, and she has a kind of group of friends that ultimately sort of help her on the way, and they kind of bond more as friends. There's a sort of a few subplots going on. Her kind of best friend kind of develops a little bit of a crush on him, which I think was just quite funny. And you know, there's a kind of a few sort of plots with some of her friends that don't really go anywhere. There's this, there is one girl who is half Korean, half black or something, and she kind of has this sort of almost like a mini subplot where she's having problems with her mum, but that really seemed unnecessary, that plot, to be honest with you, because you know, you already have a couple of other sort of subplots going along with, as I say, her best friend, and also with the parents of the girl. And you know, there seems to be a little bit too many sort of balls in the air to juggle, I have to say, if I had to have a criticism with this film. But I actually thought this was a really funny scene. By far the funniest scene for me was a scene when they kind of go into a nightclub and they suspect there's a kind of, maybe one of these sort of enemies of this girl, maybe responsible for sort of switching the bodies, and they're kind of trying to sort of investigate it. And because he's obviously in an older body, or she's in this older body, you know, there is some quite funny scenes, especially when she has to sort of go into a public men's loo, and obviously, you know, she's never been in one before, and she had to sort of use the urinals. Absolutely comedy gold. I thought it was hilarious. Rob Schneider film generally gets slated, but I'm going to say I really, really enjoyed this movie. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I know it's a little bit controversial because I know these films get slated. I don't care. This film, I can watch it over and over again. I think it's hilarious. 8 out of 10 for me. Have you seen it? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Certainly make a comment. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.